Hi everyone, I'm a beginner in Python and I was using Python to do some machine learning and maybe also use it for plotting some of my data, some of my raw data. And I have used R before. I've used Zoo and Lubridate from R before. They work fine. But let me jump straight on to the error that I'm getting in Python. And maybe there's someone else, feel free to comment. Maybe there's something wrong that I'm doing, and I hope so because I've seen a lot of researchers use the same tool for plotting their data, and I hope I am wrong and all their data is good. So here's what the error is. So I'm using Jupyter Lab here and importing some of the data frames, like, and you can see here, yeah. And I'll start my kernel again just to be sure. There you go. So run this. So some of the raw data I've been using, I'm importing in two different data frames. The first one has index column equals 0, parse dates is true, and the second data frame, df2, is I'm just pulling the data by itself. So let's do that. See what df1 looks like. So basically the date time has gone into the index now. I have some other columns that I want to plot it against with respect to df2. The date time is still column 0, so in Python it starts from 0, 1, 2, and so on, and the index column is still what it was. Now, if I plot df1, wherein parse dates was true, the dates are formatted very well. I have my data went from beginning of 2018 till end of 2020, which looks fine to me, and I would love to believe that the plot looks good. Happy to take this and publish it. But now, if I use the second data frame, you can see that it's the same data. Here it's the second one, the x-axis is your index numbers, and this is hourly data. So you can see that it's the same data, but I don't see these peaks that I was seeing in this df1, and I don't know what's happening here. I asked the person who owns the data, and they said they wouldn't expect a peak. So I went back to Excel, plotted it, and it looks like something like this, which is what I would think it is right. So I went and checked those data points, and this plot is right. But this, when I parse the dates, is doing something wrong. It is throwing me a plot, it is throwing me the right dates, but the data is messed up. I tried a lot of different things. I tried to sort the data, um, you know, uh, not set as PD date, but directly put it as index, or even the other way, or sort it as PD date and then put it as index. Checked all the D types. The D type here, if you check, is float and object for D type, and if you check for df1, which is with the parse dates equals true, you can see the df type is maybe the index. I can say the index is a datetime index, as you can see. So I'm under an impression that Python is reading the datetime format, and it's reading it quite well, but it is giving me an error between the data points. And if I had not checked it with OpenOffice or Excel, I would not have found this out, and that would be very dangerous if I'm trying to use this data to publish it, or if I'm using this plot to publish it in a journal. That would be very dangerous indeed. So yeah, if you guys find a mistake in what I'm doing, I'd be very grateful to know what it is, and I hope other researchers can be careful. What I would recommend at this point is using, if you can use R, maybe use the Lubridate package, which is good in R, or you can use Excel if you were trying. But whatever you do, try to validate your data with another tool just to be sure that it's right. Thank you.